Hey guys, Mighty Leafy here, and I'm back from my trip, and back with more video content, I hope. And first things first, I wanted to get this showing of my units sort of thing done with, because I started this quite a while ago and I never managed to finish it. Now I kind of got bored of it. And ever since then, I think it was like a month ago when I started it, and you know, my roster has obviously changed quite a bit. So I'm not gonna go back and cover all the new, red units and blue units that I've gotten. Instead, I'm just gonna carry on from where I left off last time. I believe I left off with Owen, and so I'm gonna start with Anna on this one. So here we go. Here's my Anna. She is she is recently 5-starred, well, since like a few weeks ago, and I've given her the Repo, Moonbow, Triangle Adept, and basically a hard counter to to blue stuff. She is the counter of blue stuff, and a weekly bonus hero that I hope to be using one day once I give her, I guess, Aether for the arena point boosting, which I haven't really gotten into yet. But anyways, this is her, and what can I say? Right here we have Hawkeye, who I don't remember his IVs because he's irrelevant. I'm just only going to use him to pass the Killer Axe, which will turn into a Slaying Axe, and maybe Death Blow 3 after I get Death Blow 1 and 2 off Iffy. Alright, here's my Brave Ike, otherwise known as Bike. He is a +1 merge because I had pulled a Brave Ike when he first came out, and I've given him all my skills that I wanted him to inherit. I built him up 9999 SP, 4000 hero merits, or maybe it was 3000 back then. And then I pulled another Ike which had a speed bane, which I really liked. So this one is plus defense minus speed. And the first one I got was plus attack minus resistance. Minus resistance gave him a little bit of a hard time dealing with Reinhardt in certain situations. So I believe this is a little bit of a better option, just with how I play anyways. I mean, with 38 defense and then a steady breath giving him the 4 more defense whenever he gets attacked, it's pretty good. And I feel like once Aether procs, I guess 3 points in attack makes a difference, but it doesn't make as much of a difference because once Aether procs, it procs and it does a lot of damage regardless. Might give him quick repost at some point, but they'll have to take up his B slot, or maybe I'll just give it to him as a Sacred Seal. I don't know. But yeah, here's my Brave Ike. Here's my Summer Melon Tiki. Summer Melon Tiki is on Axe Valor duty. This is why she has reciprocal aid. So if I'm training an Axe unit and they're getting pummeled, she's gonna be able to heal them and then she's gonna die. Close defense ensures that she dies slower. And Vantage 1 does absolutely nothing because she has no weapon equipped. And that is because, like I said, she is there for the Axe Valor. So there we go. And she is plus attack minus HP if I remember it correctly. Alright, here's my Axe Zura. Alright, so what happened was when the Performing Arts banner first came out, I went about 250 orbs deep, paid orbs that is, 250 orbs deep, and I had gotten every single other focus unit aside from Azura, and I also got Lindy and Abel 5-star pity breaker. Although I guess it wasn't really a pity breaker because I got him at like a fresh 3% at the time. I even got a plus attack performing arts Olivia, more on that later. But I was only sniping for Azura. So yeah, the game tends to do that. It knows what you want and it won't give it to you until the very end. And when I finally got her, she was plus attack minus speed, which is horrible. Now the reason she has a +4 is because I tried to pull for Gunthra on the previous Legendary Heroes banner. I was getting her left and right because I was aiming for Gunthra. I guess that's just how this game goes. It knows what you want and then it just it fucks with you. It fucks with you, and I guess there's no other way to put it. Alright, so she is now a +4. I didn't want her to be a +4, but she is now, so here we go. And here I have my first, well, not my first, but here I have my Hector. Hector is, yeah, he's Hector. He's +1 because, you know, same reason as the Brave Ike. Gave all my skills, inheritance things to my first Hector, and I got a plus resistance minus HP Hector, which I merged the plus speed minus resistance one into. Yeah. So I wonder if the build needs a little bit of an explanation. I don't know. Well, I'll do it anyways. Quick Repose is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a Quick Impulse seal, and what it does is he enters the fight with a 2-turn cooldown miracle on the first turn because of Shield Pulse 3 and Quick Impulse. And so if he gets attacked, he automatically counters, which is enough to proc Aether. Not Aether, what am I talking about? Is enough to proc Miracle or have it charged anyways. So let's say a I guess a Celica attacks Hector, she'll hit him, and then Miracle will be on 1 charge, and then he'll retaliate, and then Miracle is fully charged. So assuming, you know, if he was able to counterattack, then Celica didn't one-shot him. Now, if she didn't one-shot him, she's gonna counterattack, she's gonna double because she's faster, and it's gonna proc Miracle and he's not gonna die, and then quick repose 2 thing built in from the weapon is going to kill him. Hey look, it's my Discord chatting things popping up. I guess that's very professional. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. Here is my Hector with neutral IV, I think. I kept him so he can be sacrificed in the future. Same reason for this Hector. The reason I have him at +1 is because I had a not as good one that I gave all my skills to, and then I pulled a better one. In this case, plus attack minus defense. My defense not so great, but plus attack. Super boot, that's great. So yeah, same reason there. Amelia, she is, I believe, plus resistance minus HP, so that's okay-ish. I'd rather have plus speed on her, but I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't really use too much armor units. Not until recently anyways. Been getting on the armor units kind of, well, what's it called, bandwagon thing now, because they are so tanky and stuff. But I don't know. They're pretty good. Here Here's my Christmas Crom. He's a neutral IV. The reason I got him is because I tried to pull for Lissa and failed. Here's my Christmas Lissa. She's minus attack plus defense, so I still kind of failed in the end. You know, if you take a look at her, she's got brazen attack and defense 3, so I actually failed even more because I pulled a plus speed Crom, I think, and because I was so mad, I just instantly fed him to her the moment I got her. And then the game's like, yo, you're missing Crom, so they gave me another Crom or something. I don't know. It's just so stupid the way this game treats you sometimes. Alright, so here's my Azura, or as some people like to call her Air Zura, I guess, or Fly Zura. Fly Zura sounds like a mosquito, so not really. Azura or Kimono Zura. You know, Azura's alright. Okay, so she is good, which is the understatement of the century. But yeah, she is one of my main dancers, and as you can see, I've invested in her skills quite a bit. Well, not too much, I guess. You know what, like, Siegbirds just wouldn't leave me alone in this game, so I got a whole bunch of minus attack Siegbirds, which were really crap. I did get a plus speed, plus attack one at one point, but yeah, I kept them. But all my other ones that I got were minus attacks, so I gave her the attack tactics 3, which works really well on her, and then I gave her guidance 3 because everyone else is doing it. But truth be told, I'd rather have her on the speed seal because this one is a plus speed minus defense Azura, which I really like. And despite her being a dancer, I feel like she has really good offensive stats for a support character. Like, if I give her the speed seal, she'll have 48 speed. And how many axe units have 48 speed? Which makes her a great candidate to run Desperation 3 on, which I do have her taught, so there's that. Just don't make her find archers and it'll be fine. So yeah, this is what I have her on when I'm putting her on auto or like on my defense team. But usually if I'm using her, she's on Desperation and speed plus 3. Okay, speaking of Azura, here is my second Air Azura, and this one is also plus speed minus defense, which is why I couldn't bring myself to fodder her off or merge her or anything like that. So this one is a blank canvas so far. I haven't taught her much or anything. She's still in the phase of grinding for SP, so that's why she looks so underwhelming. Anyways, what? Anyways, let's move on. Okay, so here's my Camilla. I think it's the first Camilla I got. Back then I didn't even know about IVs. I don't think the game really let us in on the IV thing. So this was, I think this was like week 1 Camilla. Yeah. I got 2 Camillas way early in the game, and I merged them. And luckily for me, I merged one of the Camillas into the plus attack minus resistance Camilla that I had, which is this one. So I'm pretty glad about that. Totally lucked out there. I'm not quite sure what kind of build I'm going for her, because it feels like her stats are really underwhelming, and you know, compared to nowadays standards. I guess she's got decent resistance, but that's about it. So yeah, she's not properly built, that's all I can say. And here I have another Camilla. I think she's also plus attack. And she's even less well built. So, to the point where she's still level 1, so yeah. Okay, and here I have my little Fey Dragon, Divine little KFC Dragon. Lightning Breath Plus on the defense refinement. And I have Raleigh defense and resistance because I had her on my arena defense team. And steady breath because she likes to breathe slowly. Quick riposte 3 because she needs it to double people. Hone attack 3 because I just couldn't be fucked doing something else. I didn't have the fodder for it, man. So she is a plus defense minus resistance. Now defense is her super boom and resistance is her super bane. So it kinda evens out. But the main reason I wanted to go for a defense boon and resistance bane is because she needs quite a bit of defense to do her job, in my opinion. And I feel like she is a really good counter for the ranged units that you kind of see pretty often in this game. So Bolin and also Reinhardt, basically 2 of them. Guess things might have changed nowadays, but more or less you still see them around. I mean, even like Micaiah, she's also blue, so if you give this Faye distant defense Sacred Seal, then she's all set to counter those guys. And quick repose ensures that she gets the kill when she counterattacks. So yeah, because she has the color advantage against the mages, she really doesn't need that much resistance to survive them, and she needs a lot of the defense to survive Bolin's relentless attack. That much I can say. So yeah, Bolin hits really hard, and she's gonna double. And if you don't have what's it? 37 plus 6, 43. 43 defense. Yeah, 43 defense. You'll live through a Bravelyn double, I guess. Although I guess she'll die in 1 hit anyways from Lightning Breath Retaliation. I don't know, but that's her build. Okay, so speaking of distant counter stuff, or Lightning Breath plus stuff, here's my plus speed minus HP mirror. I pulled 3 mirrors, none of them were plus defense, so that's kind of sad. But it's kind of okay that she's plus speed. Now you may have noticed me running Wind Sweep there, which is kind of weird. And I agree, it does seem kind of weird at first glance. Between Great Flame and the speed threshold required to double a unit, there is not too many units that fit within, A, the speed requirements to double mirror, and B, the defense requirements to double mirror. So for the characters who meet those defense requirements to double mirror, they're gonna have, well, most of them are going to have less than the 30 speed, which makes Wind Sweep very viable on the plus speed mirror, because let's say I'm facing up against a armored unit, I can engage on them and get their HP extremely low, and they can't hit back. And then once they hit back, they're dead. If things go well, that is. but things can always change, so yeah. But then she's also got Defense Ploy 3 there to help her out. So if I want it to be a little bit tricky there, I can do that. And because I have Eye with a shield and distant counter, she is impervious to archers. So there's that, yeah. Unless it's a bold fighter Jacob, then I'm probably fucked, but I don't know. Okay, so we have Bowie. Bowie is of unknown nature. He's here for the Grand Owl, nothing more. I guess maybe Renewal 3 as well, but I have like 10 phase, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't know. He's just gonna get foddered off. So here I have my Deidre, the first one I pulled. I think she's plus speed minus HP, so it's kind of okay. The speed boon works well with her speed ploy 3, though I'm not really a ploy kind of guy, because I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit tedious. The thing is, the start of turn thing works differently for the player phase and the enemy phase. And the enemy always has the advantage when it comes to ploys, because their last movement of their characters is the start of a new turn for you, which means they just need to move their units in front of your units, and at the start of your turn you get ployed. But if you move, like for your ploys to kick off, you have to guess where they're going to move, and then when they finally move there at the end of the turn, because the turn starts with the player and then it ends with the enemy turn. Well, it ends with the enemy moving their stuff. So yeah, I don't know. That's probably a little bit confusing, but I find that to be a little bit bullshit. But yeah, whatever. It's okay. I mean, there's CPUs, so yeah. Anyways, I gave her water sweep because I felt that I didn't want to get destroyed by young tikis. But then I haven't really seen too much young tikis, so I don't know. I have her on Phantom Speed most of the time. I don't know who I gave it to right now. They need to do something about Sacred Seals where you can just keep it on like preferred characters, like have a preferred character selection, so I don't have to keep remembering who's got which seal and who's supposed to have which seal and all that stuff. Switching them on and off, and it's just, it gets a little bit tedious, right? Here's Deidre's daughter, Julia. She also has the Divine Naga. This is actually the first legendary weapon that I refined, only because I, gave Julia a lot of hate from my end when I first summoned her. Now this wasn't anything like public or anything. I just did not like her back when I pulled her because she was plus resistance minus HP, and I was very unhappy that she pity broke me when I was trying to pull for somebody else who I have now forgotten who it was. But the short version of the story is she proved me wrong. She is one of my strongest rest tanks and has been for quite a while, and yeah, like she was just so good that it surprised me. Like I thought she wasn't that great, and then she turned out to be one of my best characters at the time, and I guess she still is. And yeah, so I refined her weapon, legendary weapon first, just to make up for that. And yeah, I guess that's that. Okay, well here's my Nino. She's plus speed minus defense, I think. Resistance, I can't remember. She was supposed to be on the Blade Tomb Mage build, but I sort of gave up halfway because I got Summer Elise, which is basically the same thing, except a little bit more attack and a little bit less speed, I think. So I kind of ran out of resources and fodder to build both of them, and then I kind of got over the whole Blade Tomb Mage thing, so I never finished Nino. But yeah, here's my Inigo, and he is on the standard build to counter Bolin and Reinhardt, which is nothing very fancy or interesting. I gave him the HP Sacred Seal because I don't want to switch him on and off distant defense, because everybody needs distant defense. So I just gave him the HP one because it, you know, for him it does the same thing essentially, for my one anyways. I forgot his boon and bane. I think it was plus HP or plus defense or something, minus like resistance, not too sure. Okay, here's my Lilina, Valentine Lilina. So obviously I try to snipe for Hector, and this is what I get in return. And then as soon as I found out that, you know, I think at +7, I think the +7 bonus stat that she gets is one of them is going to be speed, I'm guessing. So I wouldn't mind getting her one more merge, that's all I'm saying. But as soon as I said that, I've been rolling nothing but Hectors on that banner, which is in a way a good thing, because now I have a whole bunch of this encounter. But then that's not good, because I just, when I have too much fodder, I just start throwing it at people who don't really need it sometimes. Itchy fingers is all I can say. So she was going to be on the Blade Tomb Mage build, but you know, haven't gotten around to it, so another time. This guy here is not built because he's got bad IVs. I've got a 4-star version of him with better IVs, so what I'll do is I'll race him and then I'll merge this one into him, and then he'll be stronger, I guess. Alright, so this one is plus attack minus defense or resistance, I can't remember, but one of the two. And I thought he was gonna be awesome, but he is not as awesome as I thought he was going to be. So I haven't been building him. And yeah. Right, here's Rebecca of unknown IV set. I think I got one with better IVs at 4-star, but I didn't build this one because when I don't build something, it's usually because they have minus speed or minus attack, so I don't know. This one's probably one of the two. Okay, so I got Innies from trying to roll Hector, and he is plus speed minus resistance. Unfortunately, minus resistance is kind of not good for him, but fortunately plus speed on this guy is really good. So I guess having more speed, in a way, it means he has more resistance because he only needs to take that one hit and not get doubled, but I don't know. But minus resistance is a little bit not too great on Innies, but he's still a cool character and definitely usable because you know, plus speed. Speed is a little bit more important than res, and then speed and attack both. Okay, so here is my Brian Cordelia. And for those of you who watched my summoning video back on the first Legendary Heroes summoning banner, I was trying to snipe for her and I went about 300 orbs, 300 paid orbs in, and I got nothing but 4 jennies to show for it. It's very upset. And then I went back in the next circle and I got her, and she is plus speed minus defense, so I'm very happy about that. And then I wanted to get her merged to at least a +2, but you know, obviously I failed. But while on the path of failure, I did get my plus speed minus defense Brave Lyn. More on that shortly. But yeah, she is a very good character, and you know, very good artwork and very good everything. And yeah, I gave her Life and Death 3, but I'm thinking of switching to Swift Sparrow 2 because it basically trades. You know, she's gonna gain back 5 defense and 5 resistance, so she might have a shot at surviving some magic. And then she's only going to lose out on 1 point of attack and speed, which I typically have her on the speed seal, so she'll still be able to hit 41 speed unbuffed, which is okay. And wait, 41, yeah, 41 speed unbuffed, and then 49 attack unbuffed. It's still gonna be okay, you know? Still gonna be okay. So here's my New Year's Tempest Trials Reward Corrin, who I've not built, but I have leveled him up. I'm sorry, that was a little bit too short, but okay. Whoa. Why did I unhire him? I was ready to give this guy away to somebody who needed close counter, but I decided not to. Here's my 4th ever 5-star character, Takumi. He is plus defense minus resistance, which means he instantly dies when somebody says the word magic. And because of that, he is not very usable in the current meta, I feel. And it's a shame, but back then he used to be really strong. His weapon refinement is not great. Basically it gives him what Halloween Nowi already had, and close counter, it's pretty good for you know, a defense boon, but then his defense boon isn't even as good as a neutral defense on some of the characters, so I guess it's good for an archer, but still it's a little bit underwhelming. Plus he lacks kill power now, so. Alright, so here is Armored Jacob. I got 4 of these guys back when I was trying to snipe for Halloween Sakura, and I didn't want a single one of them. But then fast forward to, you know, I guess a few weeks ago, I found out that this guy is insanely good. So I started building him, and he you know, I got a YOLO Takumi, so he got close counter. And Worry Fighter 3, I might eventually change that to quick repost. He's got a defense boon and a speed bane, which is pretty okay. And I gave him armor march to hopefully fuck with some guys on arena, but not too sure how well that's going. I usually have him on the close defense Sacred Seal and not the home speed, because why would he be on the home speed Sacred Seal? It makes no sense. So yeah. So the idea is when people attack him from range, he's going to get the guard bow effect, which will give him 46 defense and 39 resistance. And if people attack him close range, he's gonna get 46 defense and 39 resistance. So he's not dying too easily is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, and here is my Brave Bolin. I picked her for my free Choose Your Legends hero. Su YL banner thing. And because I don't want to go through colorless hell trying to snipe her. But then, as I was saying earlier, when I was going through colorless hell sniping for Cordelia, I managed to get her as a pity breaker on something like, I think 13% or 12.5% or something. I was so mad when I got her. And then I checked her IVs because I was like, oh well, I got her, so let's check her IVs, and then continue to be mad. But then I checked her IVs and she's plus speed minus defense. So in a way, that's one of her more ideal IV sets. I think it's arguable that plus attack might be better, but plus speed with the fire sweep bow is just so good. Like people can't counterattack, and I'm sitting here wondering what I should run on my B slot because I don't need Sakei's Blessing because they can't counterattack. And given that she dies instantly to anything that actually manages to get in her range and touch her anyways, it doesn't really matter, like in terms of like her not being able to counterattack, in my opinion anyways. So she's sitting on Wings of Mercy 3 for now because to fuck with people, hopefully. And yeah, I guess that's it. And like I've got random stuff like Poison Strike on her even, and yeah, I actually don't know what I should be running on her B slot. Maybe I could run guard. I don't know. But yeah, I guess most people run Cancel Affinity 3, but I feel like it's so niche of a skill that I don't like those very super situational sort of skills, things like that. But it's probably not a bad choice. I don't know. Alright. Okay, so here's my Performing Arts Olivia. Got her back when I was trying to snipe for the Performing Arts Azura back in the Performing Arts banner. Say that 3 times fast. She has plus attack minus resistance, which is the minus resistance not so great, but the plus attack is very, very good because it allows her to reach. Yeah, I gave her Death Blow 3 because it allows her to reach high attack. So usually I have her on the attack plus 3 Sacred Seal, so she'd have 42 attack. Then initiates with Death Blow 3, so 48 attack with Kitty Paddle 3. Kitty Paddle 3? No, just Kitty Paddle Plus. From a Halloween Sakura. That's why I had to snipe for 3 of them, because I wanted one for merge and I wanted one to give the Kitty Paddle to Olivia. So she is a mage killer, and whenever I have her on my arena defense, I seem to get some wins. I'm not sure if it's because people don't anticipate her movement, or maybe people just don't anticipate the amount of damage she can do. I don't know, because she can do 48 and then it's 50% more damage to mages, which is quite a bit of damage. Like 48, 50, so like 72 damage or some shit. I don't know. Alright, so here's my Kagero. I think this one's my plus speed Kagero. Plus speed minus resistance. And I couldn't decide between plus speed or plus attack, so I kind of just went with both. Because yeah, so this one is the plus attack minus resistance Kagero that I have. So when you can't decide, just like promote both of them, and then just because the game can always change. They can always add a new skills or new weapon refinements or whatever, and it changes everything. So I'm just. You could say I like her design. Yes. Okay. All right. Here's my Halloween Sakura, which I regret a little bit on pulling because I don't use her. She seems useful, but she's probably kind of useful, but not for me. I don't know. I don't use her too much. She's in here for the dagger valor, but nobody uses daggers, so doesn't really matter. This one is plus speed minus HP, so it's kind of good, but then kind of not good because she's got 14 defense, and she's gonna die if somebody physical sneezes on her. So yeah, but she is really cute, so there's that. Alright, here's one of my 4 Jennies that I pulled back in the Legendary Heroes banner. The first one, trying to snipe for Cordelia. If you guys want to go back and watch that video, I almost lost my mind. I was you know, like rolling downhill, like, oh man, that felt so bad. I am still suffering the effects of the what I like to call Jenny PTSD from that endeavor. So this one is plus attack minus HP. Luckily I did get a plus attack one out of those, yes. Reason she only has 42 attack is because she doesn't have a weapon equipped, but I usually have her on the attack secret seal, and with the weapon equipped, and I plan on giving her fear plus. I think she can reach 57 attack, and that's pretty damn high for a healer, so better watch out. And the other two also, which I got from the same banner, so yeah. You know what? I didn't actually get 4 Jennies on that banner. I lied. I'm sorry. I got 6 Jennies from that banner. But 4 of them were on camera and 2 of them were off camera, so yeah. Just a little fun fact. Okay, so here's Lachesis or Lachesis. Okay, Lachesis. You know, I don't like saying Lachesis because it sounds like. Okay, so when you say Lachesis, it sounds a little bit like lactating, and if it doesn't sound like lactating, it sounds like lack assist, which means which sounds like the guy's lacking a sister. So, but here she is, so her name is a little bit ironic to her existence, which is you know, I haven't played the game or anything, but maybe she's like not his sister or something. I don't know. Man, I'm gonna get destroyed because I just said that, but oh well. Haven't played the game, so let me know, guys. Okay, here's Mist. Haven't built her. Yeah, I don't know. Here's Priscilla. Haven't built her. Forgot their IVs. I think they're like plus HPs or something. But here is my Elise, and she is plus HP as well, but I'm actually happy that she's plus HP because I think she has one of the lowest HPs in the entire game. So for her to be plus HP means that she actually gets decent amount of HP to survive with. Like, she really needs the HP is all I'm saying. I fed her 2 of my Jinnies out of rage, you know, out of anger because of getting so much Jinnies. I was really angry, so I just like fed at least some Jinnies. And she's got Rayful Staff in Physics Plus because of that. Now, if I think about it now, could have used someone else to give her Physics Plus. Didn't need to be Jinny. Jinny's the only one with Rayful Staff, so I kind of wasted 1 Jinny, but I still have 2 spare Jinnies to give away, so it doesn't really matter. Not like we're gonna be getting that many healers anyways. Not that I can... Well, I guess it could happen, but probably not for a while. So yeah, she's on everything basically. She's on healer duty, attack duty, and sometimes she has... sometimes she's more of a healer than a attacker, if that makes sense. Like, it depends. Sometimes I put her on full healer build, and sometimes I give her this kind of build where she's able to do some damage, give some horse buffs, and also heal a little bit. So yeah, but I guess I put her on a healer build when I use her to auto like Tempest Trials and stuff, because if she's able to do damage, then the CPU will just get her killed because they think she needs to go and do damage as a healer over healing a little bit or like hiding in cover and stuff. But yeah, okay, so I think that about does it. Oh man, that was a long video and I'm running out of hard drive space. And I'm also kind of falling asleep because I've been talking for, it says here 49 minutes. So yeah, that's the conclusion of my showing my units kind of deal. I hope that was okay, but I don't know, guys. Yo, check out my Discord server if you guys are interested. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. And see you next time.